Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is a bit of a different video. Today we're tackling my favorite. I have a list here just so you know, kind of like if you saw my Star Wars episode reviews or Star Wars movie reviews in Star Wars month in December. I kind of wrote a list for everything I wanted to talk about, and this one I'm doing that as well. So today we're talking, not necessarily a movie, but today we're tackling and talking about my nostalgia from when I was a kid and teenager around then. And then we're going to end the video with some of my favorite gaming moments that I've ever had, me personally, for like new stuff. So, nostalgia in terms of gaming. I'm 21 years old now, so it's kind of it's kind of crazy that, you know, I've had all these experiences and all that. So the first one is Cars, the video game on Nintendo GameCube. Now, Cars was the first game I ever got that was like an actual game. You know, before that I had like the what do you call it? I don't even know. It's like some weird leapfrog thing or some, you know, like the plug-and-play kind of stuff that you put on your TV. Comment if you had any of those when you were a kid, or do now. So yeah, Cars, I got a GameCube from my grandma and grandpa, or Nanny and Poppy. The first, I think, oh geez, 2006 I believe. I think Cars came out in 2003 or 5, something like that. Cars was a huge thing when I was a kid, and it still is. I love Cars 1, 2, and 3. They're my favorite Pixar films. And having Cars, like I said, my first real video game on my first real console, which was the GameCube, so much freaking fun, man. I took the GameCube every freaking place. I took it everywhere, except for school, but I took it everywhere. I always played Cars. It was so much fun to play. You know, the open world. My favorite genre of gaming right now is open world. Lego games, non-Lego, whatever. And then, of course, second would be like shooter, and then maybe racing, something like that. I don't know. But, I really do like open world games, and Cars was an open world game. You got to explore Radiator Springs and all these other locations, Willie's Butte, and it was so freaking cool, man. So I love that game, and it was really, really awesome to see, you know, this game kind of shaped my love for gaming, which of course was open world. And of course, Cars 2 was a great game. Cars 3, Driven to Win, is but Cars 1, man, freaking awesome. I had so many fun memories. There's a really funny thing too, where me and my cousin were playing this in my basement. So actually, where I'm recording this, and I basically went upstairs, and she was playing, you know, on the GameCube, and I come downstairs, and she's laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? What's funny? And there was a glitch in the game where Tow Mater, he actually, like, basically, if you played Cars 1, the video game, and you're exploring the open world, you can, as Lightning McQueen, you can ram into other cars, and they, like, hey, you know, they talk kind of like an NPC would. And apparently my cousin hit Mater so hard that he flew up in the air and then landed right in front of the screen. And she paused it at that exact moment. So when I came down and looked at the TV screen, Mater's gums, you know, his pink gum line, it was right in the middle of the screen. And all you saw were his gums and his 2 buck teeth. And it was the funniest freaking thing ever. There's also some weird thing, too, where I smacked Lizzie, the black Jeep car, whatever. I hit her so hard that she actually went under the map. And then one time I was just cruising in Radiator Springs in the town area, and Lizzie, you know, Lizzie's license plate gift shop, she kind of just morphed out of the building, like the window, you know, she just like flew out the window. She's like, how did I get out here? She said that, and it was so freaking funny, man. So yeah, Cars has a lot of funny memories, a lot of great memories, and like I said, me, my first game, it was so effing cool to play. And I rebought it on the Xbox 360, and of course, sadly, retarded Xbox. They don't have Lego The Lord of the Rings or Cars backwards compatibility because, you know, F me. So the next one is going to be the early Lego games. So I'm talking Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, Lego Star Wars The Video Game, Lego Star Wars 2 The Original Trilogy, and Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. Now, I'm going to be doing Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures after I finish Lego City Undercover on my channel. If you have not, or you don't know, or you know, whatever, please sure to subscribe because I have a bunch of content. But Lego City Undercover, I'm doing that right now. I have the first 4 levels up. And I'm probably going to get 5 or whatever, you know, whenever this goes live. But I'm going to continue that, and then after I finish Lego City will be Lego Indiana Jones 1. But so many fun memories, man. I remember my one friend had Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, on the 360. I remember going to his house, and I was like, Mom, can I get that? And she was like, no. I was like, why? Because apparently Lego games were too violent. Now, I know Lego games aren't for little kids. They're for kids, teens, and adults, you know, not like 3-year-olds or 6-year-olds, you know, they're more for like 10 until you're dead, right? Lego is for all ages, we all know that, but when I was like really, really little, I wanted to play, because my buddy was, you know, a few years older than me, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't really watch Star Wars, because it wasn't really, as crazy as disbelief, Star Wars is not for kids, I know, wow, shocker, but yeah, so it really wasn't. for me. And I remember getting that for the first time, and it was so cool playing Lego Star Wars, man. I spent, my cousin, again, and a bunch of my friends, we stayed up, when my friends had sleepovers and all that, we'd stay up till like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning getting the ghost characters of like Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. And man, those, what was it, a million or billion studs? There was a lot of studs. And once we got that, that was like the crowning achievement of my life. That was like the best thing that ever happened to me. And of course, Lego Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. Of course, I wasn't allowed to watch Indiana Jones either because, they're pretty violent. They're really not kid movies. They're not for kids anyway. But still, neither is the Lego game. But you get what I'm saying. So I if I remember correctly, I went to Toys R Us, and my mom and dad and I were having a garage sale. This was a long, long, long time ago, like 2008-ish. And we remember all my friends were coming, my mom's friends was coming over. And I was like, oh, there's a new Lego game. Can we get Lego Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures? And she said, yes, but you can't play it until tomorrow because today's the garage sale. And I remember that was like the worst thing of my life because I got a brand new Lego game and I couldn't freaking enjoy it because I had to wait till the next day. And I think she let me do it that day with one of my mom's friends had a daughter and we played it, so it was fun. But still, like I said, Lego games are huge for my childhood. Of course, most of you guys are with Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga coming out. Everyone's like, oh my god, Complete Saga Remastered. It's not. It's a complete new game. But Lego Star Wars, the Complete Saga, Indiana Jones, and Harry Potter, man. I remember going to the Target to get Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, and then a year later, years 5 through 7. And I kept saying Hermione, and, I said Ron and Harry, right? But Hermione, my cousin, was like, no, it's Hermione. And I'm like, all right. So it was really cool. Lego games now, of course, when I got a little older with like Lego Batman 2, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Marvel Superheroes, what have you, any other licensed Lego game, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, whatever, Lego The Incredibles, those were really I didn't like Lord of the Rings, I didn't like DC, I didn't like Marvel, until the Lego games came out, and I saw them, I'm like, damn, these games are really fun. I guess I should watch the source material, and they're freaking awesome. So now I love DC, I love Marvel, I love Lord of the Rings, I love all these franchises that they make Lego games on. So to TT Games, I say thank you for making my childhood awesome for video games, and making my adulthood awesome in video games, because they're for adults too. And, getting me into all these epic and badass franchises, because I really do appreciate that. And again, great childhood memories right there. Cars 2, the video game. So this was around 2011, so I'm not that young. But Cars 2, the video game, is my favorite Cars game out of the 3, or, there's a million Cars games, but out of the core 3. I love the racing, I love the battle mode, I love all that, but my favorite things are playing with my friends. My friends would always come over, and we'd always, have fun, but there was one really funny time where me and my buddy were playing it, and it was the Radiator Springs map, if I remember correctly, and we were playing as, who was it? Finn McMissile, right, played by, Ian, whatever the hell his name is. The guy who played, the Batman, Alfred in the Dark Knight trilogy. Michael Caine, that's it. So, I was playing as Finn McMissile, and we're going down the track, and Mater's in a lot of these. Mater passes me up, and Holly Shiftwell, who's the, I guess the hot one, I don't know if you're a car, to Mater, whatever. So Mater's girlfriend, essentially. So here's Finn McMissile, right? This is me, and here's Mater, the NPC, another racer. He passes me up, and Holly's right behind him. So Mater goes, hey, Holly, how you doing? And right after Mater said, hey, Holly, me, as Finn McMissile, shot 2 cruise missiles at Mater's face. Mater goes, pooh, right in the air again, and lands right on the ground. It was the funniest thing ever, because we're just laughing, we're having a time, and we go, hey, Holly, boom, huge explosion. Mater flies up on the screen. Mater just gets destroyed in all my content, and all my gaming stuff. It was so much fun, and again, I still play Cars 2 with my friends to this day. It is backwards compatible on the Xbox One, and it's so freaking fun. I really loved it, because Cars 2 was, awesome, It was a spy movie, it was a racing movie, the game was badass, it was just a great time. Kirby, I don't remember the game, but it was a Kirby game on the Wii, and my friend came over, and this was when I was 9 or 10, and we played it for an hour, right, and we couldn't beat this level. And I remember we finally beat it 2 hours later, and we both screamed like little girls. We were like, ah! Not actually like little girls, but we screamed like, oh my god! We were flipping out. We were going nuts. It was so much fun, and it was just so cool to actually, beat this level that we were stuck on, with a friend. It was really cool. Just Cause 2. This was, I believe, the first M-rated game I ever got was Assassin's Creed 1, but I didn't really like that too much. My first real M game that I actually enjoyed, but that I still own today, is Just Cause 2. On the Xbox 360, and thankfully now it's on the Xbox One. It was the big open world game. When every 13-year-old was convincing their mommy and daddy to play Grand Theft Auto, which come on, it's for adults for a reason, retards. Just Cause 2, 3, 4, and Just Cause 1 really are for adults as well, but I think, in my opinion, the Just Cause games are like the Assassin's Creed games, or like Arkham Knight. You know, they're M-rated, but they're not really M-rated. You know, if you want to talk M-rated, Shadow of Mordor, Call of Duty, GTA, you know, whatever, but Just Cause, not so much. It's really just a T-rated game with some blood, you know, that's about it. There's no sex or F-words, really, you know. But yeah, I was like, Mom and Dad, this Just Cause 2 is a stunt game, and he plays Rico Rodriguez, and you just latch on cars with a grappling hook, and you blow stuff up. And they're like, okay, you can get it. So I had so much fun playing it. You know, I did kill a few innocent people, but still, you know, who doesn't? But it was really fun evading the cops and doing missions in Pinal City, this massive-ass open world, 400 square miles. Oh man, I still love playing it to this day, and getting the minigun was so cool. Everything about Just Cause 2 was awesome. My favorite Just Cause game is Just Cause 4, and my least is Just Cause 3. However, Just Cause 2 is a great place in my heart, in my gaming heart, so to speak. Not to get corny or cheesy, but still, it was a lot of fun. You know, my first real M game where I got to, you know, explore and do cool stuff, so it was really fun. We have, this is a bit of a recent one, but LEGO Dimensions, the 2015 Toys to Life game, which is better than Skylanders and Disney Infinity. I will fight you on that. LEGO Dimensions is one of the biggest games ever produced, ever. It's got, you know, a bunch of franchises. You can have Batman riding the DeLorean in Springfield from The Simpsons, you know, or in Hogwarts from Harry Potter. It's amazing, and I still play it to this day. However, when we first got LEGO Dimensions back in 2015 in September, I believe, I got it on the Xbox One, of course, and I was really pumped. You know, it was like, oh my god, you know, LEGO games are still awesome. Duh, they're for adults too. So I'm like, oh, this is so badass. You know, I can't wait. And I get home and we're about to turn it on, and I didn't have the best internet at the time. All right, my internet was not that good. And by not that good, I mean it was downright horse bantha fodder. It was like, it was shit, man. It was just it was so bad. So we go to download LEGO Dimensions, right? Like the update. It's 15 gigabytes. Yeah, you know, no biggie, no sweat. We'll just wait a few hours. We'll go to dinner, come back, play it. It'll be awesome, right? Who cares? Fun. That's not the case. I was in my high school at the time, and I remember talking to one of my friends in my science class, and he didn't play LEGO games. He was, you know, the cool kid who didn't play baby games, and, you know, he really just looked like an a-hole. Because I'm on, like I said, LEGO games are for everyone, so duh. But anyway, so he knew that my internet was shot, and he's like, hey Brendan, how was your how's your LEGO Dimensions game? Did you play it yet? And I said, no. So I get it. Let's say I got LEGO Dimensions on a Tuesday. I start updating it. Wednesday, still not done. Remember, 15 gig. Wednesday, not done. Or Thursday, not done. Friday, not done. It took a 15 gigabyte update. Now for me, it would take, you know, 2 hours. Big deal. Back then, when I got Dimensions, 2015, it took 3 weeks to download 15 motherfudging gigabytes. And I finally got to play LEGO Dimensions, and let me tell you, I shat my pants with bricks, because it was the coolest thing in the world, and it's still one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. LEGO Dimensions is awesome, and waiting, all that time of waiting in school, 3 weeks, I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating for comedic thing. It took 3 weeks to download one update for this game, and it was worth the wait, let me tell you though. We have a few more, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Those are so much fun. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is coming out this year, which is essentially a remaster of that game. I had those on the PS2. So much fun. I love the games. They were amazing. You know, I still play them to this day. I still have them on the PS2. I still have my PS2. It's upstairs. I still play it all the time. It's really, really fun. And again, great part of my childhood. I remember playing Battle for Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob movie game, the shell thing. Dank Dan, if you're watching this, you did that for your live stream, and I know you had a hard time. I had a hard time too. It was literally a very poorly designed thing. It really pissed me off, and I think it pissed you off too. But I tell you the thing, I think it pissed off everyone in the world when they played. But still, it's a really great game, both of them, and I can't wait to play the remaster this year. The Scooby-Doo games. The big one was Scooby-Doo Unmasked on the GameCube and on the PS2. I still have it on the PS2, and I don't think I ever went to the Xbox 360. I don't think, because it isn't backwards compatible. But let me tell you, man, Scooby-Doo is still so much fun. I'm currently watching What's New Scooby-Doo, the complete series that I got for Christmas. Scooby-Doo is something that kids, teens, and adults can enjoy. It really, truly is for all ages. You know, that is 100% a fact. And Scooby-Doo, like I said, it touches everyone no matter what age you are. And this game, I still play it today. It's so much fun. You know, not necessarily today, but I still play it in the current, you know, years. It's so much fun. Again, from when I played it when I was a kid, I had so many great memories going to my aunt's house and my grandma's house playing it. My friends would work on it. You know, when I got baptized, I came home and Played that with my friends. We had a cake. It was just the coolest thing ever. And again, all these memories are really awesome. Let's see, playing Wii for the first time. The Wii was like Kinect or VR. You know, the Wii was the coolest thing back in the day. Having the Wiimote and the nunchuck, doing this and fencing and bowling. I mean, it was the coolest thing ever. Playing Super Mario Galaxy, Lego Batman 2, you know, all that cool stuff. But the Wii was amazing. I sadly don't have a Wii anymore, and I actually recently sold my Wii U. So in my house, I actually have 0 Nintendo products. And that's not to say Nintendo was bad. Me personally, I would never buy a Switch, but still, is what it is. I really do enjoy the Wii when I had it. It was really, really fun. And now that I think about it, I kind of want it back. Last one here is Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Now, I got this in 2012 on my Xbox 360. Now it is backwards compatible. So if you have it on 360, you can play it. But yeah, Lego Batman 2 was the big next step for TT Games with a huge open world of Gotham City, voice acting, and it really brought the Lego games into a new generation, quite literally. You know, we took so many steps. We had 50-plus characters, voice acting, open world, great story. It was just a great game, and it really, all my friends were talking about it, and I remember getting it and playing it for the first time and exploring Gotham City. It was the coolest freaking thing in the world. You know, it really was cool. And now that we have Lego, you know, Batman 3 with the Lantern Planets, the Lego DC Supervillains, with Gotham and Metropolis and Smallville and Arkham and Bell Rev and all these places. It's crazy. But Lego Batman 2 is what started it all. And yeah, that's my list for the nostalgia in terms of video games when I was a kid. I probably have some more if I could think about it, but I don't want to make this list too long. Now I'm going to end this video with just 4 things that are more recent about gaming. Now, again, I have more, but I'm just going to do these 4. The first one is Lego Worlds. This is basically Lego Minecraft, but better. Sorry. I actually own Minecraft, and I do play Minecraft, but Lego Worlds is better. I think we can all admit that. But, like I said, I had to do in high school, I had to do a speech for speech class on whatever I wanted. So I chose video games. And, you know, the big thing was TT Games. That was my big thing. And I remember that day, I think Lego Worlds came out on March 7th of 2017. And I remember in school, about a week before that came out, I was doing research in our lab, and all I did was watch the Lego Worlds trailer, because me and my buddies were like, this game's going to be so dope, you know, it's infinite Lego Worlds, you can build whatever you want, and it's still one of my favorite games ever made today. Really, really sad that Lego Worlds does not get any more content. I know SharkDuck75, if you don't know who that is, he makes Lego game videos, and he really specializes in master building in Lego Worlds. So if you like Lego Worlds and you like Lego games, check out SharkDuck75, he makes some pretty cool content. But still, watching that, you know, in school was amazing, and then getting it for the first time, I was like, holy crap! Going to Pirate Playground and all these different locations, it was so much fun. I still love playing it today. No Man's Sky, this was the big one. Infinite game. Like what did they say? Like 18 quintillion planets. I think Sean Murray, the director of this game, said if you were to see every planet in this game for 1 second each, you would still not see it all in your lifetime. So it's a big ass game. Basically, it's huge. And I still play it. I have it on my Xbox One, and I love it so friggin' much. I love it. It's amazing. I play it all the time with my friends, and it's one of the biggest games ever. In fact, it is the biggest game ever. No one can ever beat it, I don't think. And it's one of the best games ever. I know it had a pretty shitty launch, but right now it's amazing. And, you know, I really, if you have not played No Man's Sky yet, or you're mad because of the controversy, please go play it. It's one of my favorite games ever, and you have the franchise fanatic, I guess, seal of approval. The third one, I actually just got this for Christmas. This is PlayStation Virtual Reality. So, I got a PS4 for my birthday last November, and then in December I got PSVR. And let me tell you, man, the VR, holy motherfudging nuggets. I mean, this is freaking crazy. I played the demo where you're like in a cage with a shark attack you. It was nuts, you know, looking over the edge. Playing No Man's Sky in VR on PlayStation 4 VR is just the coolest thing in the whole freaking world. You know, you get in your cockpit and you have the Move controllers or your PlayStation 4 controller. I like the PS4 controller more myself. It's easier to control the character. Thankfully, I didn't get any motion sickness. I was really worried about that. None of my friends did either, which is great. One of them was like, whoa, this is crazy, you know, but it was really cool. So, you know, looking over into your, you know, seeing the engine of your ship, or 360 degrees, and, you know, seeing a planet and not your freaking, you know, family room or whatever, it's just insane. Playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, my one friend, Alan, you know Alan, from a video, he came over, and he was watching me, because I'm not wearing that thing. So I put the headset on, and we're doing it, and there's a scene in Resident Evil 7 where Jack Baker, I think? Jack or John Baker. He's walking, and I have to hide, right? So I press the right, you know, R3 to duck in the game, but then instinctually, I ducked in real life. And I noticed my guy ducks. And I'm like, holy crap. So I actually duck like this, behind a box. I know you probably couldn't see me there, but I ducked behind a box. It was like the coolest thing in the whole freaking world, let me tell you, because, you know, you're not just pressing a button. You know, I actually played Resident Evil 7 on my Xbox, but playing it in VR is just a completely different thing. So VR is amazing. One of the coolest experiences of my entire life, especially gaming career, gaming life, and it's just amazing. So yeah, PSVR is definitely a win in my book. The last one is, of course, very easy, but playing with my friends. Playing video games is one of the best things ever. It's one of my favorite hobbies. When I'm not doing schoolwork, because I'm in college now, again, F me. But, you know, when I'm not doing YouTube or watching a movie or, you know, YouTube, whatever, reading a comic, what have you, exercising, you know, any life thing I'm doing, I'm playing a video game. And video games are so much fun. You know, Lego games, shooters, puzzle games, action games, racing games, they're all amazing. But playing video games with your friends is really effing cool. Not to sound like a baby or like really corny here, but, you know, half of these memories on this sheet was playing with my friends, my cousin, my friends coming over, you know, taking them over and just hanging out and playing a Lego game with someone or playing Call of Duty with someone. Me and Alan, we always do 1v1 on Black Ops 2 and Infinite Warfare. You know, my friends and I always have so much fun playing games. We always create new and awesome and funny memories doing that. So again, I think that's one of the best things about gaming is the ability to share it with someone. Really, really cool. But again, there it is. So that is my, I gave you 10 nostalgia factors from when I was little and a little bit recent, and then I gave you 4 best gaming memories that are more recent. Again, please tell me, I want to hear from you guys. Please comment, because it would be pretty cool. I want to know your #1 favorite gaming nostalgia moment from when you were a kid, and your favorite recent gaming memory from, you know, recent years, from 2020 to, say, 2010 or something like that. So, yeah, please tell me those in the comments. I'd love to know. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. You know, I try not to get too personal, but I wanted to share with you guys this because it is pretty cool. Because, you know, I think most of us if you're subscribed to me, I would imagine that you play video games. So we all have these memories, you know. But I think you would enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed my list of awesome memories. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.